Yo, America! Ever feel like you're being graded on things you didn't sign up for? Well, buckle up, because in the age of big tech, it's not just about your credit score anymore. We're talking about your tech grade, your law grade, and even your bio grade. Think of it like this. Your tech grade is all about your digital footprint. What you click, where you go online, what you buy. Your law grade is how well the system protects your rights in this digital Wild West. And your bio grade, that's the scariest one yet. It's about who has access to your most personal information, your DNA, your health data, even your emotions. These grades, they're not just abstract numbers. They determine whether you get that loan, that job, even that apartment. They shape our lives in ways we're just beginning to understand. But here's the kicker. This system, it's rigged. Big tech writes the rules, lobbies for loopholes, and hoovers up our data while the law struggles to catch up. And we, the people, are left wondering how the hell we got here. Remember that time you searched for best pizza near me and suddenly your Instagram was flooded with pizza ads? Creepy, right? That's your tech grade at work. Algorithms, those invisible lines of code, are constantly analyzing our digital crumbs. They predict our preferences, target us with ads, and even influence our decisions. Think about it. The news you see, the people you meet online, even the job opportunities you're offered, all filtered through algorithms. Sounds convenient, right? But here's the catch. These algorithms are often biased. Why? Because they're built by humans, and humans are messy, complicated creatures with our own prejudices and blind spots. The result? Algorithms can perpetuate existing inequalities. Think about it. If a hiring algorithm is trained on data that shows men predominantly in leadership roles, guess who it's going to favor for the next CEO position? Remember those sci-fi movies where governments track your every move with facial recognition? Yeah, that's not sci-fi anymore, that's your biograde in action. From fingerprint scanners to facial recognition software, our bodies are becoming walking data points. And it's not just governments watching, corporations are getting in on the action too. Ever notice how those targeted ads seem to know exactly what you're thinking? But here's where it gets really freaky. DNA testing kits. Millions of us have sent our spit off to these companies, hoping to learn about our ancestry or health risks. But what happens to that data? Who has access to it? And how is it being used? These are questions we need to be asking because our bio data is the most personal information we have. It's the blueprint of who we are. And once it's out there forever. So, who's supposed to be protecting us in this brave new world of data harvesting and algorithmic overlords? That's where the law comes in, or at least it's supposed to. The problem is the law moves at the speed of a snail on Ambien, while technology advances at the speed of light. By the time lawmakers wrap their heads around an issue, big tech has already invented 3 new ways to exploit it. Take privacy, for example. The Fourth Amendment protects us from unreasonable searches and seizures, right? But what about our digital data, our emails, our browsing history? The courts are still grappling with these questions, while big tech keeps collecting and monetizing our information. The law is playing catch-up, and let's be real, it's losing badly. Section 5. Digital redlining, how algorithms perpetuate inequality. Remember when banks used to literally draw red lines on maps to deny loans to people of color? Yeah, that was messed up. But guess what? Algorithms can be just as discriminatory. Let's say a bank uses an algorithm to assess loan applications. Seems fair, right? But what if that algorithm factors in your zip code, or your online shopping habits? Suddenly your race, your socioeconomic status, even your taste in music can be used against you, often without you even knowing it. This is digital redlining, and it's happening everywhere. From housing to healthcare to education, algorithms are being used to make decisions that have real-life consequences for people's lives. And too often those decisions are perpetuating existing inequalities. Section 6. The fight for privacy, your body, your data, your choice. Look, I get it, technology is cool. I mean, who doesn't love a smartphone that can order you a pizza before you even realize you're hungry? But at what cost? When we give up our data so easily, we're essentially handing over the keys to our lives. We're letting corporations and governments build detailed profiles of who we are, what we believe, and how we behave. We need to start treating our data like we treat our homes. We wouldn't just let anyone walk in and start rifling through our stuff, would we? So why are we so quick to let big tech do it with our digital lives? We need strong privacy laws that give us control over our data. We need to know who has access to it, how it's being used, and have the right to say no. Because in the end, it's not just about data, it's about our freedom, our autonomy, and our right to live our lives without being constantly watched and analyzed. Section 7. Reining in the tech giants. Can we trust them with our future? Let's be real, folks. Big tech has too much power. They've got more data than any government in history, and they're using it to influence our elections, manipulate our emotions, and control the flow of information. These companies are like the Wild West, making up the rules as they go along. And the government? Well, they're about as effective as a screen door on a submarine. We need to break up these monopolies, regulate their algorithms, and hold them accountable for the harm they're causing. Remember, these companies aren't benevolent overlords. They're driven by profit. And if that means sacrificing our privacy, our democracy, or even our mental health, they'll do it without batting an eyelid. It's time to put the people back in control of our digital future. Section 8. A new social contract balancing innovation with human rights. Look, I'm not anti-technology, I love my gadgets as much as the next guy, but we need to find a better balance. We can't let the pursuit of innovation come at the expense of our fundamental rights. We need a new social contract for the digital age, one that recognizes the power of technology, but also protects our privacy, our autonomy, and our equality. This means demanding transparency from big tech, holding them accountable for their algorithms, and enacting strong privacy laws that put us in control of our data. It also means investing in education and digital literacy so that everyone can thrive in this rapidly changing world. It's a tall order, but the future of our democracy, our economy, and our very humanity might depend on it. Section 9. The future is now. Building a world where tech serves humanity. The future is not something that just happens to us, it's something we create. And right now, we're at a crossroads. We can continue down the path of unchecked technological advancement, where our data is exploited, our privacy is eroded, and our very humanity is threatened. Or we can choose a different path. One where technology serves humanity, not the other way around. One where innovation goes hand in hand with social responsibility, and where everyone has the opportunity to thrive in the digital age. The choice is ours. Let's make sure we choose wisely.